definition of justice in this arena, in this issue, this case? See, justice, equity. If it goes the other way, it's not justice. If it goes the other way, it means justice has been swayed. SWAYET. See, how could men wake up early in the morning and have such sad news that Tinubu won an election? Why did they give us that kind of abnormal news at midnight? Why not during the day? We wake up, we find out that Obi has been robbed. And if they try it again, it means that justice has yet again been swayed. If you sway justice, men of timber and caliber are going to lose most of their reasons. Men of timber and caliber, I mean, is not what you can. See, Daniel Kalu, I was thinking expertise. But English language, you know how to speak it well, does not make you a scientist. You are not different from others. Wole Soyinka has failed woefully. I now begin to appreciate some of the Yoruba writers. Olaro to me, William. Olaro to me. The gods are not to blame. Yes, there are many Yoruba writers. I love them now. Because Wole Soyinka, the respect we have been giving that man, he dragged those respects on the mud. From 2015, Wole Soyinka has been on Adachapo, on our threats. No, I'm telling you. Yes. Wole Soyinka and Adachapo, on Adachapo. I listen to you. Wole Soyinka is not different from this Kule you see. Kule can get a professional job and do well. Nii can get a professional job and do well. Wole Soyinka is dwelling in the bush. That's why his opinion is sounding like somebody that comes from the bush. Listen and listen good. Listen. The true national reconciliation we need now is to do the needful.
Right.
Yes, we should give this justice to the real person that what deserves it.
May 29, let's be very factual. Even the senior advocate of Nigeria knows that himself, but he's only just hoping that indeed the legal process could be hastened. But of course, you know that if the legal process is hastened and certain procedures are not, upheld, then that will open up another front for another legal battle. So it's good for it to actually go through the entire process and not rush. I mean, if we had followed what the Justice Uwe's report, committee report has said in 2011, wouldn't be where we are now, because I mean, by the recommendations of that panel, we would have been able to conclude everything before the president-elect is actually sworn in. But we have seen that that's not the case. In the First and Second Republic, you could see things like that happening, but it's unfortunate that in this Fourth Republic, we're not seeing things like that being, happening. But the good thing that I really love about what is happening here is that INEC is being put on trial itself. And that's why I think the petition by the Labour Party deserves some commendation.
Of course.
Because they simply transferred the onus on INEC to prove to Nigerians that it conducted this election in accordance with its guiding law, which is the Electoral Act 2022. And then, of course, its guidelines. And so it's left for INEC to prove to Nigerians, including through their server, and then of course you have the portal which they have put in place, IREV, for the viewing of results, to prove to us that they follow their own guidelines. And if they do that, you see that the Amazon Web Service that actually hosts the cloud services of INEC is being put into public glare right now. INEC will have to tell us through the Amazon Web Service, if they are subpoenaed, as to how exactly these results were uploaded, why we had delays. And INEC is saying that it's going to be bringing two witnesses from its IT department to talk to us as to why there were results delay here and there. Well, all of this will provide clarity. And if they do not know how to provide answers to these questions, of course, technology, there are trails. And of course, some of these petitioners will follow through the trails, and then of course it will be difficult for INEC to be able to uphold its integrity. But I can tell you that that petition by the Labour Party deserves a lot of commendation, and then of course that of Atiku Abubakar too, that said that some of the results ought to have been declared inconclusive in certain parts of the country. But INEC seemed too hasty and went ahead to do those declarations. So it's left for us to be able to see the full content of what Atiku meant by those things, by saying that some of those results that came in actually were declared hastily. And then the last part of it, before I let my other colleague come in, is that INEC National Chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, told us at the Collation Center that all the observations raised by the agents, the party agents there, were going to be attended to at the end of the collation before the final declaration was made. So at what point in time did the INEC National Chairman decide to go straight ahead and make the declaration without considering the complaints by the petitioners, by their party agents? I was there at the Collation Center, and I mean, I went live, and I said it clearly that the INEC National Chairman had promised Nigerians that he was going to review some of the observations, only for the INEC National Chairman to come back and announce the results. So these are some of the things that have led a lot of Nigerians puzzled, and Nigerians are right.
My people, wonder shall never end, guys. According to what we gathered, what we heard, they said that APC wrote to the Tribunal, telling them that they should kick against, the petition, wrote by LP, P2B, that they've won. So all this is just a kind of, waste, that is to say that they don't have any reply to give them. So that is what we heard. As we all know that this petition has been, in the hands of the tribunal since, if I'm not mistaken, since 2 weeks or, more than 2 weeks. So they've been waiting, for the APC to reply, but they've not. So they came now, they now said they're not going to reply, that they see like a waste. That, that Tinubu is the elect president, and he's a president. And INEC said it's not coming to defend the election, that that Tinubu is the winner. So everything seems to be like, I don't know what to say. Are we one Nigeria? What is playing? Another, case again that came to our hands. They said they've been using, this viral tape that, these viral tapes that talks about this is a tribal war. They've been using it against P2B, You see, they waste all this month, all these days, all this time. They waste it for them to look for something that they will use against P2B. But my question is this. If you guys don't believe in Igbo, you don't want Igbo president, then why not allow them to go? That's just it. Why not allow them to go? You hear people saying they've been marginalized, If maybe, let's say, oh yes, that they don't, they don't want anything that has to do with Igbo president, then allow them to go. Let them go peacefully. They should go peacefully, so that if they are going peacefully, then yes, that does not mean that there will not be connection or contact or, agreement. I can maybe, let's say, this person, you can go to maybe east, you can go to north, you can go to south, you can, do business together. Because this is so sad. It's so sad, so sad. It's so sad that people, when we look onto, people who are supposed to bring the masses together, that are the ones separating, bringing separation. Okay, guys, this is just my take. I'm just sad saying this. Let me know your take in the comments. Okay, guys, watch the video, listen to the past.
Who will make the people happy, who will be ready to lay down his life for the people, not a leader who thinks that it is his or her own, whatever, the Nigeria belongs to them. As we've heard across the states, even in the public service, in the civil service, they think Nigeria belongs to them, and the assets should be shared. It can't work like that. You can't have a father that eats all the food in the house and then gives the children crumbs and expects the children to grow. Who does that? No, you don't do that. We want fathers who will be fathers and who will really, really look after the children and make sure the children grow and surpass them and make sure that there's a future for Nigeria. And this really is what Nigerians are begging for.
All right, Pastor Otua. Now, Redefal Baka some few days ago apologized on the role the church took, or the position the church stood on during the course, before and during the course of the election. In his own words, he says, we have offended God when we started teaching the people in church where to vote and how they will do it. Now, juxtapose that side by side with people criticizing the prelate at Dunamis International Gospel Center, Dr. Pastor Paul Onenche, and his position he took during the election, and also the alleged leaked tape between Peter Obi and Bishop David Oyedepo. Extra for us, the role the church played in the just concluded elections. Where were the shortcomings? And just give us your own thoughts about this.
Well, there were church played
I'm going to show you the video, the video about Reverend Baka, what he said, how he now said, that God should forgive them, that they did not get it right. And the next video is about Pastor Paul Onenche and Solomon. I want you to hear, you cannot beat someone and you don't expect the person to cry. Okay, guys, watch the video and let's keep rolling.
On behalf of the holy men of God, the whole pastors, the whole priests, the whole bishops, I apologize. I'm not wanting to apologize for bishops, but I'm apologizing. Let the mercy of God descend. Wow. Because what we do within this political moment, a lot of indescribable political brouhaha and a lot of atrocities we manifested and buried the power of the sacrament beneath political forces, political hawks and vultures. And they want to vulturize the church. And we turn the church into campaign centers. We turn the church into a place for politicking. We mess up the altar. We define the altar of the Most High God. How do you want power to move from such altar that have been defiled? We cannot continue with such iniquities. I pray that God will forgive us. Forgive us, O Lord. Forgive us, O Lord. Forgive their church. Forgive your church. Forgive Christianity in Nigeria. We have gotten it wrong this time.
Amen. As well as the leaders of our land have shown us no value, no respect, no regard for the people of the nation. They are solely driven by personal interests and at times religious and ethnic interests. We are therefore left with no option than to totally reject the action of the two political parties.
Super.
Themselves winner. Don't copy them. That is a cost life. Don't copy an average politician in Nigeria who carries people's children, imports them as mercenaries to waste people, kill people. Don't copy the average Nigerian politician who has now become a tribal bigot, tribalism everywhere, who is trying to divide Nigeria and saying Igbos are not Yoruba, Yorubas are not Igbo, forgetting that we are from one nation under God. Whether you are Igbo, whether you are Hausa, whether you are Yoruba, whether you are Efik, it doesn't matter. You are in Nigeria. There is no Yoruba passport. There's no Igbo passport. There's no Edo passport. Complete. There's no South passport. Complete. What we have is a Nigerian passport. You can stay anywhere, you can live anywhere, you can survive anywhere. There is no tax for the East or tax for the West. We are all
I want to use this opportunity to say thanks for your support. Please, if you have not joined my beautiful family, subscribe and give the video thumbs up. My new subscriber, I just want to say I love you, I embrace you. Thanks for supporting me. May God bless you. Guys, stay tuned and let's keep rolling. One love, thumbs up, like, subscribe and comment. Watch.
Congratulations, well done. If a leader has not done well, the church will say you have not done well. You need to improve what you need to do in this and this area without fear or favor. And if you don't improve, when it's time to vote, the people will make their choices. Okay? So we cannot say because we're a church, you can't have an opinion. You would have an opinion based on the word of God and based on what you have heard from the Almighty God. And therefore you must make your opinion known. And so on and so forth. And this is really as simple as that. But as I said, the decorum, the maturity, the candor, the truth is required of the church. Therefore, it's a lot of responsibility. The church cannot talk anyhow. The church must speak based on knowledge, understanding, facts and figures, things that they can put together and hearing from God. But there's also the weakness of the interests of the leaders of the church. So whether they've heard God right or wrong, maybe they have their own interests, this and that. Your brother is running for office, so you're not even listening to know whether your brother is capable. Your benefactor is running for office, you're not listening to make sure whether your benefactor, because he has benefited you, is he good or is he not good, to read the generality of the people. So there's that weakness of the flesh, because the men of God in their best form are still men. And this is where the problem is. There's been a lot of flesh, a lot of men and their own personal interests that they have embedded and made it sound as though this is the will of God. We can go back to the Bible. We can go back to whatever book of religion we think is important and find out what is the will of that God that we all serve.
Pastor, guys, many are curfew are choosing. He has spoken well. Wow, kudos, kudos. Bible says nobody is perfect. Yeah, but we should work towards perfection. He has said it. He said, as a man of God, that does not mean that you will not voice out. You will not say your mind. If things are not moving, things are not going well, you're supposed to speak out. Not like Pastor Dibo, who has been silenced all this while. He has not uttered a word. And we all know that he's very close and is connected with all these politicians. So I don't know. I mean, we're talking about healing. Maybe the word that he will utter will even bring healing, to the nation. But he just silence all this time. He's not saying anything. It is not written that if you speak the truth, then you will go to hell. It's not. Rather, the Bible said, speak the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Kudos to them. You can't beat someone and you don't want the person to cry out. Even a baby, you beat the baby will cry. It's you that will go and say sorry. Then the baby now will be quiet. So, for me, this is my take. Kudos to the pastor. He has spoken well. Okay, guys, we have come to the end of this video. Don't forget to press the bell notification so that each time I post a video, you'll be notified. My old subscriber, you guys are so amazing. Thanks for supporting me. And my new subscriber, welcome you again once more. Keep supporting your girl. Please give the video thumbs up, and let me know your comment in the comment section. Let's keep rolling. One love, one Nigeria. Peace. I love you. Bye-bye for now. Subscribe, and like. Thumbs up. Peace. Love you. Bye-bye.